I think championship has always been very important for me and Kenneth. Yeah, you are fighting for a title that you have for the rest of your life, but it's also a kind of a focus, a goal you work for over time. You're focused to have a super day just for that day. And going or reaching the top and get that gold, it's very special. And of course, having a title is also, the sponsor can use it in a totally different way than having a second or a bronze. It's different. And for us now, getting into the last season as a professional, we are not stop cycling, but it's good to have that. No one can say that I stopped when I was on my way down. No one can say that, not even us. We stopped on top level, for sure, no matter for 2018. So there are many big meanings for us to have that title already. And it's early in the season, it gives you confidence, it's lower your shoulder a little bit that we already made a great gold for the season. I think a lot has to do with the passion, the love for being on your bike, riding your bike. But of course the setup with my husband to work towards another gold, make a plan, everyday plan, do small adjustment, and you try to find the perfect way to lead up that you have a super day on the day that it counts. It's still very fascinating for us, and that's enough. The experience in such a hard sport like mountain biking it's have high value, and it's easy. I think it's easy to be or overdo it in such a hard sport, because the impact on your body, not only the physical, it's the totally body in racing there. It's so hard. So if you have no experience and you are super passionate, you love being on the bike, it's easy to do a little bit too much that can destroy riders for a long time. So to work with coaches that has experience in the sport is important, and also be a young one, listen to the coach, because we are doing such a fun sport. If it was to me, I would go and search for a new top every day. I would love it. That's what I'm doing the next years. But if you want to be top level in cross country and the sport, you can't do that. You just overdo it and you kill yourself. So if you call it a secret or not, have a coach with experience, believe in the coach, and always make sure you have a good plan where you also make time for recover. Then you can last in the sport and make it a lifestyle, and you can be up there for many, many years. There are so many, that's the challenge. Like winning the European Championship back in Zurich in 2002 was huge, really huge. It was for me coming back after being overtrained by different people at home, preparing for a Sydney Olympic that I hardly didn't ride my bike for a year. So coming back to that and winning a gold for Gunn-Rita, the first one ever in history, and then 1 month later you became the world champion in Cameroon. That's moments you never forget. We had the other day looking back in old photos, watching the bike is one thing because it looks very strange, but just everything around was so perfect for that world champion type, because we had the big bosses from Taiwan. They went to Europe and attended a race for the first time in their lives. So there are so many settings around that. But of course, winning the gold in 2004 is something you never forget. We came back and won the European Championship in 2011 cross country, but we won the marathon Europeans just 6 months after Bjørnar was born. That was very, very special. So there are big moments with lots of the title we won. Yeah, being in the condition I was preparing for the Olympics in Sydney 2000, that was not nice. And I really stopped cycling, and I stopped living for a long time, because physically was one thing, but being down for such a long time physically, you also break down mentally. So that was years that I would never pass on to anyone. No one deserves having that kind of thing in your life. But we got through it with a lot of help from Kenneth and also the family. And looking back now, maybe that made also the changes for having this kind of experience that we have used, still do it today. The things we put down on paper at that time to get over it and start living again, we still use them today.